Adrian. When I suggested the idea, I half expected Giovanni to dismiss it. To call me out on my shit. Instead, he shocked me by forcefully hauling the bastard to the bar, beating him while vociferously declaring that I belonged to him and threatening severe consequences to anyone who dared to bother me again. I watched as Giovanni grabbed the back of the man's neck and slammed his face into the bar. Everyone cleared out, moving away as quickly as possible as he babbled and tried to speak. I should be happy that someone was finally putting a stop to this, but instead, guilt washed over me like a blanket as I watched from the corner of the now empty bar, which had once been full of customers. My chest tightened until I could barely draw in a breath. What was I supposed to do now? Every time I raised my head to look in the direction of my boss, he would plead with me with his eyes that I should put a stop to this. I straightened up before I walked down the bar to the man who was causing a lot of scene here. Adrian, don't, Noah, the guy that was working same shift as me, called out to me, shaking his head for me to remain where I was. I didn't understand it. If we were all afraid to move closer to them, who would stop Giovanni from committing a fucking murder in this bar? When you look at him and at other whores you've seen at other bars, do they seem to have anything in common? Giovanni barked at the man who was in his grasps, turning his head left and right searching for me. Can you spot the fucking difference? The man sucked in a breath as blood dripped onto the chipped wood of the bar. I don't know. You don't know? Whores always dressed for the job, Giovanni pointed out, waving a hand toward me. And the one guy you bother, he's dressed like a normal-ass dude. That didn't make you realize that maybe you were barking up the wrong fucking tree? The man was trying to say something but Giovanni didn't let him finish. You were just fucking up. He slammed his head into the bar again. When the man sat up, he wavered as if he was dizzy. What's the matter? Can't feel your face. Giovanni grinned like a maniac. Shit, is that a tooth? One of the bastard's teeth lay on the bar, strings of tissue still inside it. I glanced up in time to see Matt looking on. He didn't say anything, but I saw the irritated look on his face. As I glanced around the bar, I knew why. I was fucking up his business. And I should put a stop to everything, but I was scared to move closer to the scene. Giovanni's hand tightened around the stranger's neck. Let's take this somewhere more private. I watched as he dragged the man out to the alley, shoving him against a wall where the bastard bounced off, groaning. It was a mistake, I heard the man cried, his voice shaky. I didn't know who he was or who he was with. I sucked in a sharp breath as I watched my boss sauntered over to me, a deep scowl on his face. What happened? Why's Mr. Marino causing such a huge scene because of you? I scratched my neck, sudden the idea of bringing Giovanni into my business seemed fucking stupid. Just why can't I think with my head for once? Noah scurried over to us, fidgeting with his apron. I heard someone said he's dating Giovanni Marino. Matt, my boss, turned to face me with wide eyes. Is that true? I hastily shook my head, ready to spill the fucking beans, but my mouth wouldn't form a sentence. Oh. You know my rule, Adrian. Don't do anything that'll affect my business. I made it clear. Matt barked angrily, making me flinched back in shock. It's just... I stuttered, my eyes sting, and I wished I could just break down into tears. I hated this. It's just what? Matt snapped. It was clear that he was mad at his business that I ruined, but I wished he could just calm down and let me explain myself. But he didn't. Making those stupid thugs chase you around here is not enough. Now my business for today is fucking ruined because you fucking dragged Giovanni Marino here. Matt wasn't a bad guy, he was only acting this way because he was mad, which he had every reason to be. But shit still hurt that he thought I enjoyed having all those perverted bastards on my ass. You think I enjoyed having those bastards molest me, huh? I asked, jaw clenched tightly in annoyance. What? Matt scoffed, and I watched as Noah shook his head, telling me to just drop it, but I didn't think I can just drop it. Just say it. Just say something about my sexuality. I dared him, I fucking dare him to say shit, and I fucking swear I would make him regret it. Matt snorted angrily, pinching the bridge of his nose. Oh God. Would you please stop being overly dramatic for once? Really? He thought I was being dramatic. I have no problem with you being gay, you know that, right? Matt asked, but I didn't know if he meant it or if he was only putting on front. Straight men are the same. They would never believe the theory of a gay man. Once you report to them that you have been molested by a straight man, they would ask you what you do to make them molest you. Like we fucking asked for it. Letting out a shaky breath, I sighed sadly. Maybe I should just go home. It's already past my working hours anyways. You should do that, Matt said, dismissively. Fuck that shit. I cursed under my breath as I walked over to the counter and grabbed my backpack. I flung it over my shoulder and made to walk away when Noah called after me. Adrian. I'll see you tomorrow, Noah. I gently shoved him out of my way as I made my way out of the bar. As I walked down the bustling road of Nexus Point, anger clouded my vision and I blindly took the path leading to my apartment. Like it's my fault that all his customers are freaking perverts. I yelled, oblivious to the harsh glares from passers-by. Fuck him very much, I added, not caring that everyone around me could hear me. They could all go to hell for all I cared. I was already in my street when I noticed a black car was tailing me. I tried to assume the car was just going on its own, but it didn't seem like it when the car stopped moving when I slowed down walking. What's that? I whispered to myself as I tried not to think of anything weird. I swallowed hard and hastened my footsteps. Getting to my apartment, I fumbled for the key and rushed inside after shutting the door behind me. Peeping through the keyhole, I found the car gone. Weird. I saw that car. Or did I see wrong? I shook my head, shrugged off my shoulders and dragged my legs towards the couch and plunged into the single couch. I was about to throw my backpack off when I felt my phone buzzing in my pocket. I fetched my phone and a scowl appeared on my face when I saw that it was my brother that was calling. I picked up the call and yelled into the phone. If you're calling to plead with me to bring a girl home to solve shit with your parents, I'm not interested. Adrian. Aston's voice was a little low and I wriggled my nose. Is that a disgusting I sense in your tone? I hissed loudly. Obviously irritated. My brother hadn't called me for once since I left home, so why was he calling me now? To know how great I was suffering out here. Stop being a dick and listen to me. Aston snorted and I rolled my eyes. Always the perfect guy. Fine. What? I grumbled, tossing my backpack off my back. I imagined Aston took a deep breath when the line went dead for a few seconds. I think the Marinos are after Dad. I almost got shot today. So please, wherever you are, please be careful. The what? I sprang up from my seat. This wasn't at all what I had expected my brother to call me for. I was panting heavily as I waited for my brother to fucking tell me something. Oh God. Something happened. I'll call you later. Aston said, his voice was a little urgent which did nothing to calm me down. Aston. Wait. Jesus. Aston had already ended the call before I could get to ask him a question. My heart thumped hard against my ribcage as I tried to imagine what was going on. Giovanni Marino's sudden appearance at my workplace. The strange car from the street. My brother calling me out of the blue. I rushed to the window to check if I was imagining things or if I was in serious trouble. My eyes widened in sheer horror when I saw a figure walk out of my front door, get into a black car, and then speed away. It's that car from earlier. I gasped in shock, slapped a hand over my mouth to stop myself from screaming out loud.